Focus. I wonder if it does this. How come I always come up with setting things? I'm like, how come that's not a setting? How come you can't do that? Technology's so rad. How come you can't flip the screen? Well, while I'm on it, right? Like that. How come I can't flip the screen if I want? People flip the camera screen. Why wouldn't I want to do that? Ever. Anyway. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge and I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I just had to do a set before I started my talk. I went and took myself out on a date. They say when Leo's or when Venus goes retrograde, you should start a new relationship. I took myself out on a date nonetheless. I've been wanting to go try this Sagebrush Inn. They have a nice prime rib dinner. That's the cover. That's my thumbnail. The mom got a hamburger. It was cool. It was good. It was good. She made me a mocktail. That was nice. It was I went at like I fed the dogs at 4. They eat it like they're old men, old women dogs. They're little dogs, so they eat early too. Mom eats early, so they start serving at about 4. I think it's from 4 to 9. And so I hit the road. Oh, look how you cute, Tuck! Tucker's so cute. He's sitting next to Grandma right over there. Ma, wave, hi. You're such a good waver. Tucker got the coveted spot. So, why does this look weird to me? I don't know. So went down there, got there, I don't know, a little after 4, and then I was trying to get comfortable in my surroundings, and the guy that was doing the music, he was already there for the night, and I was trying to decide where I wanted to sit, and my just right porridge. I went over there like, oh, try over here. I'm like, oh, so I just sat at the bar. That's not really a good idea for me. I do it. I probably shouldn't do it. It's probably not ever a good idea because I'm a fucking drunk. I love booze. I fucking love it, dude. Just off to the races. One drink. Good thing my freaking passport's expired. That's how shit is, you know? Or I'd be like, fuck it, let's go to Mexico. You don't need a fucking passport. All you need is a fucking guide or whatever, you know? That's how people get dead doing stupid shit like that, so. And I bet I could meet some of those guys at the Sagebrush Inn later as the night goes on. But it was a nice mellow vibe. It was a nice chill vibe. If I would have thought about it, I would have looked around more, but I just was not real. I'm wound tight. I'm just glad I made myself go out. I haven't left the house in a couple days. Aside from, like, going to the store, like, with the purpose, you know. I haven't felt too social lately. Good boy, Tuck. He's gonna knock that pillow off. He's gonna get it just right. Good boy, Buds. Good boy. Oh, he's gotta get it just right, Ma. I gotta get it. He's gonna get it just right. The air conditioner's right there, the window unit, so the dogs like to sit in that spot. Oh, I got it. Oh, in a bag. Oh my god, I love him so much. Alright, be in the present moment. Okay, so the people were real nice. It's okay, Tuck. And I'll go back again. I'll try different stuff. Everything, everywhere you go now, it's like $80 for two people to eat with tip. I think, wherever that is in the world, it's like 80. My hair is getting so freaking long. I was taking pictures with me and the cat today, and I don't have like, I only have this much of my hair. Only have this small patch. I was thinking about that today because when I was in the Air Force, 2002, I had real long hair. When I got it shut, I cut it real short right when I went in before basic because I didn't want to have to mess with it. So I cut it had them cut it real short, and then I didn't get it cut for like 18 months, and it was so freaking long. It was ginormous. My hair was ginormous, Mom. And I cut it when I was on the island of Greece, on Crete. When I was on Crete, the island of Crete in Greece, in Operation Iraqi bullshit, I went to got a haircut, and so it was like, I don't know, this long. But it hasn't. And then I decided, it's like, I like having long hair. I like the how versatile you look. Like I can look entirely different. I was taking pictures with me and the cat today. I was like, God damn, man, my hair is long. But it's shaved it's all shaved all the way around because I'm a hothead. I get overheated. It has a lot to do with 8 anthrax vaccines I was given just to sell units. That's what just to see what my body would do. There's only 40%. Last I heard, there's only 40% of us that were in that study that are still alive. Yeah, I wonder how many of them do sets of 300 with their little dumbbell every day to freaking keep those freaking unhealthy things away. Heart disease, diabetes. I mean, I got bad feet as it is. I get why people have to get like. I remember when I worked at Creighton, Ed Austin, he walked to work and shit like that too. But still, he treated himself so bad. But people think they're treating themselves so good by feeding themselves like crap food. I had a prime rib dinner tonight. The last prime rib dinner I think I had was probably at a casino on a Sunday in Council Bluffs. I think that's the last time I had a prime rib. No, I think there's restaurants in Oregon I used to get, because I like getting a steak dinner every now and again. Every few months. And where I live, I'm a fucking food snob, man. If they don't use quality ingredients and stuff like that. Now, was it the best prime rib I've ever had? No. Was it comparable? Did it taste good? Did it totally meet okay, I've had prime ribs that were this good in life. If this prime rib tastes at least as good as that, I'm gonna be so happy. And boy, was I happy, man. I was so happy. I told her, I said I eat really fast. She said, well, I'm gonna try and time it so the burger's done when you're done eating. I said, okay, okay, I'll let you. Oh, yeah, I said, but I eat real fast. When I was in basic training, they told me I could slow down. I said, that's how I am. Early childhood experiences, early conditioning, I said, I'm going to try and make myself slow down and enjoy it. I'm going to try. When I get excited, I'm just like, shovel it all in, though. I'll just do extra sets later. I didn't love the baked potato. Well, I don't really love I got it loaded. Sour cream, cheese, bacon. I just don't. It's just I don't love. I'd rather have like roasted potatoes and stuff like that, like that at that Alley's a la carte place. They got the freaking some of my the best potatoes I've ever had. They're Moroccan potatoes, and they're made with like something like coconut something coconutty. Yeah, they're Moroccan, but they're so good, and they're good in breakfast burritos. I'm gonna make myself start craving one. I'm gonna knock it off. Knock it off. I had my outing food, but the burger was a good quality. They cook it on on like an open flame source, and I don't know, it's like that charbroiled flavor. Mom loved it. She kept going in for bites. I bet if I asked her if she wanted more when I'm done with my talk, she'd say yeah. So anyway, I was so sad when Robert Phoenix. I'm gonna switch gears. When Robert Phoenix got cut off today, that was probably the best talk that I heard of him and that Rex guy. And I'm glad people are getting healthier, because you are the captain of your own ship in that way. And I don't understand how people think that they can tune in and receive to the higher frequencies when you're unhealthy. Unless they're taking cheater shortcuts. I used to get a lot of divination when I was a drunk. I get a lot of knowing. Like, I could fucking... See, that's the thing, is that's what, like... I could fucking solve a lot of crimes if I drank. Because I go in the mentality of the people that do that shit, and I go to the places that they go. And I could fucking find a lot of kids and shit like that too. Like my side, because it broadens my spectrum, but it allows the demons to come in. You know, and I don't like the places that I go when the demons are driving the ship, and that's what happens every time I drink. Every single time I drink, there's never a time that I drink that I don't, my spirit, my connection to God, source, because to me, the only thing that animates us is our oxygen, the air we breathe, and when we drink, that replaces our oxygen in our blood with straight up alcohol, spirits. And you don't know what fucking intentions people have put on these bottles. People do weird shit. You know, they wish bad things on that people do bad things. It perpetuates their whole ball sucking, all of it. It's gross. I was really sad when his show got cut off today, because I was really vibing with him. See, I've never known the world that everybody else is pretending to live in. I just have always thought, what a fucking trip that these people live this fantasy world. However, fully integrating myself in immersing myself purposefully in these career fields, so I can specifically get the gist of the mentality of people that work in these, like, all kinds of... that's why I was in the military. That's why I've been doing my own psychological observations ever since I was a little kid. Since the first time I disassociated. Since the first time I got degaussed and then came back into my body. You know, every time every time you disassociate there, and then people, like, I don't know, I don't get the whole fucking altar shit and all that shit. All that, I'm just like, pull yourself together. You gotta keep it together. Mom's gotta brush your teeth. You know, people talk about nervous. I'm like, what is that? What are nervous breakdowns? Who gets to do that? I still gotta walk miles and miles. This is times in history, not now. I have a car that I get to drive, thank God, while the other one's broke. I gotta call the tow truck Monday to have it towed into town to have it fixed because I don't want to freaking crawl under it. My car got retrograded. Saturn retrograded. Freaking, I think it was on one of those speed bumps on this dirt road that this fucking dickhead veteran put up. Should give him the bill. No, I should know. Anyway, so he started to talk about, before they got so rudely interrupted. Robert was talking about that murder dude, that serial dude in Long Island that killed all those people, and then according to Anne Ortley, there's 2 murderers, and they're going to find out who the second one. I can't remember. She said it in her last talk. I can't remember if she said, like, later summer or fall. Go listen to her talk. She talks about it. That guy's, I mean, that's the thing is, like, I know what a creep is. I bet I know, like, I can already smell, like, if I had a shirt of his, I already know what that guy smells like. That's how it tuned into fucking creepy crawlers. I've been around these guys. I've been around the fucking self-important fucking scumbags. The cleaners, I've been around, you know, all the people that do the dirty stuff and that just, they live these normal lives. You just know. I got Scorpio moon. I've been investigating shit my whole life. And I know the vibration of an evil human being. Because only evil human beings fuck kids, and that happened to me when I was 10 months old, when I was a little baby. My hip hop. I read the police report when I was in junior high. I used to always snoop. And people just, I always had to go and back usually into the multimedia room, and they were giving me tests and shit. I was always being tested for shit, and we moved around so much. Like, every time we went to a new school, I had to go through more fucking tests just so they could figure out where to fucking put me. Because I'm not so neurotypical. I don't think like everybody. And I wouldn't conform to, I wouldn't sit still. I wouldn't conform to, and I would question the bullshit. I remember the only class I ever failed was history because I fucking questioned everything. Can I have my summer back now, Mr. Eaton? Because a lot of the stuff you taught was fucking horse shit. You know, a lot of history is fucking bullshit. History depends on the publisher of the book that wrote the story about the history. That's learn that, kids. So he was talking, and I was like, because I'm from the 40s. I grew up Redding, California, and I believe in people, the vibration of their heart being attracted to places based on the frequency of the ley lands of the earth, of latitude and longitude. You know, people want to go to places based on the latitude and longitude. They just don't know it. Like, why do so many people want to go to fucking Disney World? How come I never looked at the latitude Disney World? See, Redding, California, 40.58. It's that 40th fucking parallel, dude. They're fucking goofy as fuck. Omaha's on the phone. Omaha's one of the largest human trafficking hubs on the fucking planet. Above ground and underground. That place is fucking crazy, creepy crawlies. And it is so fucking hush-hush because so many people benefit from the system. Even when I worked at Creighton, my boss, what was his name? J.D. Rummel? I worked at a Jesuit university. The IT department, they thought it was so fucking funny because they called themselves Do It. Do It. The Department of IT. They thought it was so funny. All the phone numbers were Do It. It was just like, it's just like, I was around all these men, but they thought like 15-year-old dudes, like dudes like with their fucking penises and stuff. It's just stupid. And he would talk about when the College World Series every fucking year, that thing. I hated when big shit would come to Omaha because it was so annoying. He would talk about when the College World Series would come. Oh, gotta lock down the wireless. Gotta tighten up the security. You don't want the human traffickers using. I mean, it's common knowledge. It's like if the fucking creepy crawly, if the dude at freaking B-Movie Master that works at the Creighton University knows this, it begs to, the questions beg to be asked. These systems, they know about it. I mean, it's all a bros club. I mean, all of it is a bros club. It's such a, and you got these like dudes that go and do like 2 years in the military. Oh yeah, just go do 2 years, suck it up, and then go back to your hometown and go work on the police department. And a lot of these guys were assholes in high school, and then it's just like, oh yeah, well you just gotta, act cool, but there's this other side of it. You can live this dark lifestyle, get all your freaking yayas out over here, and stuff like that. And then, the fact that the Long Beach is 40th parallel, it's all this shit happens in the same place because there's so many people with these old ideologies of these fucking twisted, control, power, dominance, perversion. It's that whole, it's been around forever. It's why there's wars, that's why a lot of fucking veterans are so fucking hush-hush about shit that they did fucking overseas, because they don't want people to know that they got all fucking caught up with killing and stuff, and there were fucking babies raped and terrible shit. That's what happens in war, dude. That's why they do war. So people fucking create sins of their father. They make their fathers do sins, and then their fathers are like, oh God, I did these things. And this is the shit that people gotta heal from. So if people are, so open to, their healing circles, understand the shit that people are healing from. You don't get to designate, who gets to heal from what. If you invite everybody to heal, that's stupid. That's more, this my land is like, it's fucking stupid shit, dude. It's so, everything got so gimmicky, man. At first when I found out I was Native American, in 2017 when Mom had her DNA test done, I was like, oh my God, we're Native American. That's really fucking cool. Then I end up in New Mexico, right around where Mom was born. How funny that story is. In Mom's Miracle, it's a talk I did a while back if you want to hit on those points. But the fact is like, it doesn't matter the fucking nationality, ethnicity, color of people. None of that crap matters. None of it has anything to do with jack anything when you live in a places where I live that's predominantly, people are predominantly from, or like Mexico, Native American, doesn't matter, your fucking towns are shit. The town's shit, dude. People are fucking junkies. 3 blues for 20 on the streets of Taos. I mean, this project, I mean, come on, man. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. It's been going on 40 plus years. Wrap it up. I lived here 3, and they started it 2 years before that, so they've actually been, and it's just finished the fucking thing. There was progress today, though, so that's cool. Now, I spent a lot of time on the 40th parallel, but I was always a fish out of water there. It wasn't comfortable for me there. I grew up in Reading. It was hard lessons to learn, but I knew about the Freemasons long ago. I was in one of them rainbow girl things, but I thought the dresses were stupid, so I'm like, they couldn't rope me in because I wouldn't play along in their fucking reindeer games. And right below the Masonic Temple in Reading is where all the witches gathered, where the frickin' and they had like women that still to this day that go out there and pray over the altar of where freaking things are slain, there's blood stains all over the wall because everybody that's a local there knows that's where bad things happen. I never went down there. It creeped me out. I don't want, why would I want to, that isn't it. I know there's evil, wicked shit in the world. I've seen it with my own eyes. I don't need to go where people intentionally do it. Taking the will of other things, messing with fucking free will, dude. No, I'm not into it. So I just kind of waited around by the car while they went down and, oh, look at that. People think that shit's cute. It ain't cute to me. All that ritualistic shit. I don't even like really making wishes and blowing out even stuff like that. I'm so woo-woo. I try not to be woo-woo, man. My energy is freaking strong. I was freaking out there. I made it rain yesterday. It was pretty cool. It was fun. One day, if I ever reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll monetize, and then I don't know how it works. I'll see if I can play snippets of music that I listen to. Anyway, because when I go out and it's windy, it's how I dance. I dance in cooperation with the wind and the trees and the earth around me. It's really kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And it's like, oh, you over here, you need to start moving. And the tree's like, yeah. It's a lot of fun. But, how you doing today, Ma? You doing good? Now, I'm from the 35th parallel, or close. I was born on 3415. I know that the key words right now that I hear on like all of these different speakers, whether they're astrology or whatever, it's everyone's saying high strange. So there's mine. 3410. I'm the 34th, but I believe the plus or minus 2 rule. So people are attracted to other people based on places that they've been. And when I was on the island of Crete, so 3410, and then when I was on Crete, it was 35.24. And I wouldn't be surprised if later on in my life, if it is the calling and my activation of my DNA, my soul path, my magnetism, if it takes me to other places that come across, oh yeah, of course I'm supposed to go there. Plus or minus 2 from 35. So, anyway, latitude, longitude of it. And when I've looked up, I've done talks about that before. I've looked up at like people where I really like a TV show, and then I find out that they did a TV show, that the person that directed it, they did other shows that I really liked. Then I'll look up and see where they're from, and sure as shit, they're usually from either someplace near the 40th parallel or the 35th. It's a congruence thing. It's a heart thing. It's like I don't like how there's people that love horror movies. I don't love horror movies. There's people that get a total thrill. They want to disassociate. They live in the bubble and they want to pop out. Dude, when you pop out of that bubble, you aren't going to pop back in. Just leave it. There's so much. He was talking about, and then he was talking about Anthony Bourdain today. That's why I listen to so many other people, because make things go click in my mind where I've seen things before. See, the fact that Anthony Bourdain was a fan, that he liked that shit where they use the tools for the brain things. See, this next part, I'm gonna just let people know this next part, this is not for the faint of heart. This next part, this story that I'm about to tell. So if you don't want to hear something really fucking gross, go away. You've been warned. I remember I don't know, early 20s. I went over these people's house. I went over a party. I partied so much I couldn't just party with people. Didn't party as much as I did. I really like to party. So I'd party with these people, and then I'd party with these people, and then I had all these different people I party with in Reading growing up. And I go over to these people's houses, these one young girl's houses. I don't even remember how I met them. I just started showing up at their house. I fell down their stairs. I had a freaking big old meaty scab on my elbow. One of them ended up tearing it off. She was into taxidermy and shit, you know. They were into dark shit. And I walked in one time, and they were watching a snuff film. And it was this dude they put the dude in a dentist chair. And they strapped him all down, and somebody pulled out all of his, and it was this total, it was like real, and I was like, I couldn't believe that I was sitting, I was like, why, I ended up just I gotta go, I can't, I don't even know, because and at one point, they were watching one that a guy was fucking a chicken. And I was like, I gotta go. I don't even understand. Why is this entertaining? It does not compute. And then this other one, the guy where they pulled this, somebody pulled out all of his teeth. And then they had this tool that was it looked like one of those old egg beater things. Those old that you had the handle, and you spun the handle, and then it had it's right. The top part looked like that, but the bottom part wasn't those. And then they drilled a hole into the top of the guy's head. He's still fucking alive. He's not sedated. He's just tied to a dentist chair. He's not fucking under. So this is what a lot of those scumbag fucking, and if there's so many really, really good cops, how come they don't know about all the fucking dirty scumbags that are fucking doing this shit, and they're all covering for their buddies? Because if one of them's doing it, that's too fucking many. And there's fucking it's the fraternal order of bullshit. And it's just, and it's like kids, their wives, oh God, oh God, I sleep next to a monster and I know it. And then the kids are like, oh, but daddy buys me cool shit and I got an ATV. So I don't fucking care what daddy does in the dark, It's gross. And so the tool, the bottom of it wasn't like an egg beater. It was like these things where these blades popped out and then it spun around and they stuck that in, so they mixed the guy's brains and he was just like, and it was all of a matter of just so fast. I was just like, I'm done, I'm out. And I didn't go back there very much. See, that's the thing, is people let you see who they are, and then you're like, yeah, well, I'm sure that there's fucking fools that sat there and watched that some part and just glorified it and thought it was cool. I'm always the person that is like, fuck that, that's fucked up. That's fucking, no, I can't accept that's disgusting. It's gross. And so people closed lip just allow me to, bounce around the world being my own friend, because I'm just making declarations all the time of all the fucking shit I'm not into. There's too many people there's too many fucking throwaway people on the street that are not, dude, even people with like money. There's a lot of people that are in trouble just because they don't know how to do shit. They don't know how to problem solve. They don't know how to figure stuff out. That with extreme, life extreme. We're on the fringe of freaking age of Aquarius, man. It's only gonna get more fucking weird. So people are gonna get fucking weird with it. Because all these bubbles of all these old ideologies are just popping, man. They're just dissolving. How people thought the world was. Every time I move from one place to another, I'm like, man, these people, they have no idea of what things are like across the street. Because people just create their own little existence. But right up the road, it's an entirely little existence that these people have created. And if you fit into these ideologies, you're welcome, and just go along. And don't question anything ever. Just don't go in the woods. Everybody knows if any place where people have like lived and have grown up their whole lives, they know the places that you don't fucking go and when you don't go there. It's all common knowledge, yet people still deny the existence of so much darkness because so many people profit from it. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only answer I can come up with. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Hi, Rebecca. So, how long have I been? 38 minutes. So, I'm supposed to be here. What's the latitude where I live now? Well, good boy, talk. 36. 36.4. Taos. I don't know why, but this place is such a weird place. It's another. I think it's more of an energetic vortex than fucking Sedona. Sedona is pretentious and fucking outdone. Maybe Sedona was cool in the 80s, and they've been trying to make it cool since then. But they hijacked that vibe too. I could give a fuck less about ever going to Sedona. Oh, baby. Ma, don't get mad about it, Ma. No, you're the boss, Tom. So, it's so funny. I ate a big old steak. I ate all my vegetables. I didn't finish my baked potato. I ate most of the meat. There was some that was a little too fatty gristly for me. It was good. I didn't go no dessert, Ma. We got those praline cones in the fridge. They're little cheesecake things. They're just tiny, little something sweet. Oh no, you know what we could do? We got those lemon puddings. Lemon pudding. You like those? I like them too. It's nice and soothing. So, tomorrow's Saturday. I don't know. I guess I'll see how I feel tomorrow to determine if I'm going to go out in the world. But today, all in all, it was a pretty good day. I had a nice steak dinner. See, that's, when I was a little kid, my dad never knew what to do with me. So for like I remember my 9th birthday, that's when we started going out for like burgers and steak dinners. And so I like a good steak dinner every now and again. Not a lot. And it has to be like it has to be at decent quality, because it can't be like complete shit. My guts will rot. Anyway, that's enough about dinner. All in all, today was a win, huh? Yeah, Ma? Mom watched the... See, even... And everything... And then, like, I thought it was so funny how Robert, I'm going to end on this, he was talking about the... It's all a club, dude. any group in every city, every they're all run by like these groups of people that were like mostly probably D-bags in high school, and they just like continue, and they don't have good ideas. So all of the things that need to get done go undone because they're too busy fucking chasing that American dream, and they don't know how to fucking make curbs and fucking pour roads and fix cars. And they're not, because they don't know how to do it, they're not teaching the fucking next generations. You know, everybody's talking about all these IT advances, technical advances. I'm like, dude, there's a lot of there's a lot of smart kids. There's more kids that freaking are going down the wrong path. So either way, whether people are exceedingly intelligent or dumb, dumb as a rock, infrastructure isn't getting taken care of. That stuff isn't getting fixed. So it's going to be interesting what happens with that. But he was, what was that? I went off on a tangent. He was talking about, the Freemasons and how all that shit. And Mom watches Rockford Files. When I was a little girl, I think it's funny that James Garner is an Aries. He's April 7th. I'm April 9th. He had knee surgeries. I mean, that guy was a total, they think it fucking, Barbie doll. Dude, back in the day, the actors, man, because they actually did shit, man. He had like 6-7 knee surgeries. He ultimately had to have knee replacements, man. He did all like his own, he was always running in the show. But like, they have in the script a lot, like, Rocky's down at the Mason Lodge. It's just like incorporated into everyday norm. And they talk about, a character. He's like this upstanding individual. He's a 32nd degree Freemason. It's like, it's right there. It's everything's a club. Everything's a fucking club, man. And I hate clubs. And I wouldn't want to be a part of their stupid clubs anyway. Because it's not fair. It has nothing to do with fucking fairness or ability. It's basically who's going to take it in the ass the most, ultimately. Ultimately, at the end of the day, the world's run by fucking perverts. Well, I think people are seeing that with this story of Obama's chef. Another chef. Dude, they all fucking died, dude. You got these fucking rich, dumb, fucking cokehead dipshits that's what they were when they were little or younger in college, and then they just maintained this fantasy world, the bubble that they created, their gross bubble. And people, you can't keep secrets and be scumbags your whole life. And the cooks always know, because they're always there to see the shit, And the truth always comes out. These people fucking live these alternate fucking lifestyles and these secret lives, and the whole while going, the fuck, but I'm an eloquent speaker.